She was one step away from quitting, not because she was weak, but because life had pushed her too far. And just when she thought it was over, something unexpected happened. Her name was Anaya. She was an ordinary woman with ordinary dreams. No fame, no big plans, just a simple wish to live a peaceful life and make her family proud. Anaya grew up believing one thing: if I work hard and stay honest, life will be fair. So she did exactly that. She studied late nights, she helped her parents, she took care of others before herself. While her friends enjoyed weekends, Anaya was busy building a future. She believed the struggle would be worth it. And for a while, it felt like it was. She got a decent job. She smiled more. She finally felt, yes, my life is moving forward. But life has a strange habit. It tests you right when you start feeling safe. One morning, everything changed. Anaya's father fell seriously ill. Hospital visits replaced office meetings. Medicines replaced savings. Sleepless nights replaced peaceful dreams. Her job began to suffer. Her manager stopped being understanding. "Your performance is dropping," he said coldly. Anaya wanted to scream. How do I explain that my life is falling apart? But she stayed quiet because she needed that job. Bills started piling up. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Her father's condition didn't improve. The money kept disappearing, and the pressure kept growing. Then came the day she feared the most. She lost her job. No warning, no sympathy, just one sentence: "We have to let you go." Anaya walked out of the office holding her tears. She sat on the footpath and stared at the road. Cars passed by. People laughed. Life continued. But hers felt finished. At home, things were worse. Her father needed surgery. The doctor named an amount she could not even imagine. Relatives avoided calls. Friends slowly disappeared. And every night, Anaya asked herself the same question: why me? She had done everything right. So why was life being so cruel? One night, sitting alone in the hospital corridor, she broke down. No tears left, no strength left, no hope left. She whispered, "I can't do this anymore." For the first time in her life, Anaya thought of quitting. Not quitting a job, not quitting a dream, quitting life's fight. The next morning, she stood outside the hospital with resignation in her heart. She had decided. She would stop trying, stop hoping, stop fighting. Because fighting was too painful. As she stood there, an old woman approached her. The woman sold tea near the hospital gate. Her clothes were worn out. Her face was full of wrinkles. She looked at Anaya and said softly, "You look tired, child." Anaya didn't reply. The woman handed her a cup of tea and said, "Life hits hardest when it wants to see how strong you are." Anaya finally looked up. The woman smiled gently. "I lost my son here," she said, pointing at the hospital, "years ago." Anaya was shocked. The woman continued, "I cried, I begged, I wanted to quit too." "Then why are you still smiling?" Anaya asked. The woman replied, "Because quitting didn't bring him back, but living helped me survive." Those words hit Anaya's heart. The woman walked away, leaving behind an empty cup and a heavy thought. That night, Anaya sat beside her father's bed. She looked at his weak face, at his breathing, at the man who had never given up on her. And suddenly she realized something. If she quit, her pain would end, but his would never. She held his hand and whispered, "I'm still here, Papa." something changed inside her. Not the situation, not the problems, but her decision. She decided she would not quit. Not today, not like this. The next day, Anaya started again. Not big steps, small ones. She applied for temporary work. She sold some jewelry. She asked for help without shame. She stayed with her father every night, worked every day, cried sometimes, but she didn't stop. 1 week later, a former colleague called her. "There's a short-term project," he said. "It's tough, but I thought of you." Anaya accepted immediately. Days were exhausting. Nights were harder. But slowly, money started coming in. Her father's surgery was scheduled. The day of the surgery, Anaya stood outside the operation room, shaking. Hours passed. Then the doctor came out and said, the surgery was successful. Anaya collapsed on the chair, this time crying in relief. Months later, life wasn't perfect, but it was better. Her father recovered slowly. She found a stable job again. Her smile returned, stronger than before. One evening, as she passed the hospital gate, she saw the old tea woman again. Anaya stopped, smiled, and said, "Thank you." The woman nodded. She didn't ask why. She already knew. Life will test you, not once, not gently. It will push you to the edge, make you feel tired, make you feel alone. And there will be moments when quitting feels easier than continuing. But remember this, you don't need to be strong forever. You just need to stay one more day, one more step, one more try. Because sometimes the moment you almost quit is the moment life is about to change. So if you're tired right now, if life feels unfair, if you feel like giving up, stay. Your story is not over yet.